Hello, Ashley.
Hi, how are you?
It's very nice to see you
You
again.
too.
Speaking with USAFOX. What's going on?
Nothing. I'm just, trying to make the moves I need to get out of here. Um, I mean, it's never going to change completely, but with a new mayor, she's definitely trying to change things. Like businesses, like the corner stores, all closed at 11. Um, there's a curfew out here for us too.
Hmm.
They're running like if you're out past curfew and they see you and they want to mess with you, they will. They run your name and take you any of your warrants or whatever. Um, but she's trying to clean it up, and you can really you can really tell. I mean, besides that, that's not really my only motivation. But I've been wanting to, go to treatment, and now that like my leg is pretty much completely healed,
Hmm.
um, it's easier for me to get into somewhere because uh, that was a big obstacle to begin with. Um, with like being in a wheelchair at that point because I couldn't bear any weight. But now that I can do things, I'm clear to like do things normally, move around freely, I guess. It's easier. Uh, and there's a few places that I've already spoken to that I'm waiting to hear back when they have a bed. So I'm hoping that it's soon. Um, because this is not getting any better, it's getting worse.
It's getting worse. The mayor really ain't cleaning it up too
she
much.
I mean she is, but as far as like what they're putting in this shit, it's not even like like just yesterday I saw some kid die like right in front of me uh from powder. Like he overdosed on powder because there was fentanyl in it. So like they're putting fentanyl in everything, and the trank is it's really like damaging people, like these trank wounds. And I've seen it's like this one girl I know, it's like coming out of her eye, like the trank is like it's crazy what it's doing to
Yeah,
people. And
I seen that too.
yeah, it's insane. Like you
She's
would,
still out here.
yep, yep, um,
I seen her a couple months ago, like 8 or 9 months ago. I can only
yeah.
imagine what it
And
looks like.
it's still going on like that. She had it back then, and it's still happening now. And you
She's
know,
out here around y'all.
yep. And it's not like, and it's to the point that they're saying like the trank wounds aren't even just from people who are IV users, like people who are smoking it and snorting it are getting these wounds as well, which is crazy when you think about it because like I don't understand how when you smoke something it's going to, you know what I mean? Like I get it because it goes to everywhere, but like you just really got to think like what are they putting in this crap that we're injecting into our bodies? Um,
I can't believe the trick is coming out of her eye. Not to bring it
yeah,
up again, but do
it's
you do you know if she ever got any uh, medical attention
I
for?
know that she did go to the hospital at one point, um, but like her and everybody else that end up going to the hospital for medical attention, most people leave because they don't know how to um but um it's crazy, and it's like that's about why I left every time I was in there. Um and it's just like I'm being completely honest about it. Most times I wasn't even sick. By the point that I like decided to like AMA and even like an actual physical withdrawal at that point, it was more of a mental withdrawal. Um, because I know myself and almost everybody else. It's not even just that we're addicted to the drug anymore. It's addicted to the lifestyle, addicted to the ritual that comes with it. It's not.
Would you
It's the
say
whole
like
thing.
the drug kind of has your brain programmed to go and get it?
Absolutely, absolutely. Once he's 6, and me, and his father like left for the first time when he was like 3 months old because we relapsed, and
Hmm.
we knew that it was about to be going to jail. So we left. I mean, he was with my family. He was with my mother. He was in a safe place. I didn't
Hmm.
just leave him randomly on the streets or something. But he was 3 months old, and that was like the last. Those 3 months were really the last and only time that I've had like an actual like consistent, stable relationship with him. And he's now 6, so I've missed him like everything, and that's like a huge regret. And when I'm sober, that's one of the big things I think about. Um,
Right.
and even when I am sober, when I get sober, um, it's still hard for me to see him. Not because I don't want to, but because my mom and my grandparents who has custody of him right now
Hmm.
keep him from me, which I have animosity towards that, but at the same point I get it because they're just trying to protect him. Because me coming in and out, like me not being there, like at all, I guess, is better than me coming in and out of his life.
Hmm.
Especially now that he's getting older and he understands.
Hmm.
Um,
Do
but
you think about him out
all the
here
time,
all the time?
yeah. I mean, there's
Does it
so
ever motivate you to get up and say, I'm gonna use less, or I'm gonna?
absolutely. I mean, honestly, like I've brought my habit down a lot. Like I was doing like a bundle a day, and I do like 3 or 4 bags now because I
Right.
want to get clean, and I know that the less my habit is, the easier it's going to be for me
Is it hard making money to obtain your addiction?
to. Some days, yeah. I mean, I've never had to go the route that some females do.
Right.
That just hasn't been my story.
Hmm.
Um, thankfully, you know. But I've been blessed, I guess, to as crazy as it sounds, I've been down here for so long and for so many that I know enough people that um supply the illicit things that if I really needed it, like they would look out until I had it, or just look out because like just because. I can't say that happens all the time, but and then there's people that I've been out here with as long as I've been out here, and they're like my family almost. So like we tend to take care of each other. Try to,
Have
you know what I
you
mean?
witnessed any violence occur since the last time I seen you?
Just like fights here and there, nothing crazy. Except I did see a car like 2 weeks ago down by the L. This lady, I don't know if she was high or drunk or what, but she completely like ran into the ramp that's down there, like at the like what I'm talking about, the ramp right there,
Hmm.
right by K&A. She ran her car. She hit a car and then ran into the ramp, and there was people standing there.
Mm.
And she actually, the one guy she directly hit, and he like got thrown onto the roof of her car, and like I was literally like standing right next to it. So I've seen that.
Mm.
That was just about 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, maybe.
You think he was all right, or?
I mean, he was. I know for sure his leg was broken, 100%. But other than that, he seemed to be okay. Um,
Would you say it's dangerous out here?
yeah, it's dangerous, but it's not. Most of the time, it's not unwanted danger when it happens. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, there's rare occasions where someone will come up and rob you and like try to stick you up or something or something crazy like that. But most of the time, the people that the violence occurs, they did something to provoke that violence. You know what I mean? Like,
What advice would you give to a young person coming out here thinking it's cool to use drugs?
Don't, just don't. The first time I came out here, to cop, and I just never left. I went MIK, like I went missing in Kensington, like for real. Like you get stuck down here as much as you might not want to, as much as you might try to get yourself out. Um, you just get stuck.
Do you see people come out here and get stuck? You
All
witness them?
Yeah, there's constantly new faces. Like every day, there's somebody that you've never seen before, and then you'll just keep seeing them, and then like there's the new faces that come out here every day. There's somebody that you'll think about, be like, damn, what happened to them? Because you realize you haven't seen them in forever, and you don't hear about them overdosing or going to jail or anything like that. They just disappear. It's not cool to do this. Drugs is not anything that you want to do. It may seem fun at first and like it's a good time and you feel great, but very quickly it gets to the point where you hate it.
You ever have any times where you have to defend yourself?
Uh, yeah, not very often, but there's been a few, and I try to avoid that at all costs. Um, but I try to avoid it, but sometimes, as much as I may try to be the person that will try to demise the situation or de-escalate or whatever you want to call it. The other person wants no parts of that, and at that point, I'll either have to defend myself or just try to walk away, and that's what I do most times because it's not worth it. Like none of these people, most of them, am I ever going to see again if and when I get clean. So,
Once you get clean and you're get your life together, pretty much.
mhm.
Do you see yourself ever getting married? You know,
Yeah, I want to. Um, it's definitely been like any other, teenage girl or young girl. It's white picket fence with a dog and a family. That's
mm,
always been something that I wanted. I mean, I know that's probably not going to be what mine will look like. um, but I want to. I need to focus on myself first,
right,
and
right.
because I can't help myself or be there for anybody else or support anybody else until I'm able to do it for myself. So
You
I
miss
got to get
those
myself
times
right.
though, where you were supportive and you could
Yeah,
fend for yourself also.
absolutely. I do a lot. It and I'm like a caregiver by like that's just what I am. Like even in my relationships, in friendships, romantic relationships, whatever it may be. Um, I'm the caregiver. Like I make sure the other person's good
Hmm.
before I worry about myself, which I know is not a good thing. Um, but it's just how I've been my whole life. I'll give my last to somebody and I'll go without just to make sure they're okay, you know, and not most people. Um, most people do not reciprocate that, but it still doesn't change what I do because karma is real, and I believe that, you know, one way or the other, it may not be a way that I see it being a blessing, but I know I'll get it.
Yeah, you will. I'd like to thank you for your time.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Getting a little crowded over here.
Yeah, yeah. Which is weird because the past couple of days it's been like empty, literally.
Have you seen your last interview at all?
I did.
You did? You seen
Hmm.
it? Did you read any of the comments?
I started reading a couple of them and then my phone died.
Okay.
It was actually just like last week. I actually like thought about it. Like, oh, let me look.
You know, everybody was rooting for you on there. They
you know.
still are. They going to root for you on this interview also.
Oh,
Got a
yeah.
lot of support. You got a big support system. We just want to see you get up off these streets.
I'm trying.
Cause I'm seeing some people and they just look like they're in a bad mood, a mad mood. I don't even want to hang out here too long. So God bless you, Ashley.
You too.
I appreciate you speaking to me and speaking to the channel,
No problem.
venting how you feel.